Overwatch 2 Street Fighter collab ends June 3rd. Voice line sprays and more. Oh, that's all on the left and the right. You can see it. Merciful Magitech, new Mercy Mythic weapon. This mythic weapon is ready to fight, inspiring compassion, kind-heartedness, and bringing mercy and magic to every battlefield. Okay, that background art, kinda sick. Oof! Oof! Street Fighter 6 Ultra Bundle. Hey, what a deal. Down from 29,700 coins to 9,900. Straight $100. With the $100 bundle, you get Blanca Winton, Cammy Widow, Chun-Li Juno, Dalsum Zen, Ghoulie Soldier, Yuri, Kiri, Ryu, Hanzo, M. Bison, Sigma. Highlight intros.
Cammy wins! Cammy wins! Cammy wins! Guile wins! Guile wins! M. Bison wins! M. Bison wins!
Okay. It's a good one.
Chun-Li wins!
Dude,
Chun-Li wins!
the highlight intros actually go hard.
Here comes a new challenger! Here comes a new
Emotes. Yo, backflips Winston goes so hard. Holy shit! Dude, people are gonna be at your spawn door doing backflips. That is actually fire. Jesus. Dude, these emotes are fire. Dude, I had a feeling the emotes were gonna be some of the best parts of this collab, and I really feel like it is. Nice. Wait, that's so cool.
Killer beam or whatever. Give bean, Dicka.
It says different things?
Killer beam or whatever.
Wait, that's fire.
Spinning bird kick. Spinning bird kick.
Wait, they're actually fire.
Spinning bird kick.
Victory pose. Cammy wins. So it seems like it's just the emotes, but in the victory poses, which is cool. Oh, not all of them the same, actually. Some are different. Ooh. Chun-Li Mari. Name card. Name card. Name card. Name card. Name card. Icon. 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 Icon? Voice lines?
Cannon spike.
Hadouken!
I'm game if you are. Cupid. Dicka.
Oh, that's gonna get spammed.
Lightning kicks.
Psycho Cracker! Bow down before my psycho power.
Rookie mistake.
Shoryuken!
Sonic boom.
Spiral arrow.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
Dude, these are fire. These are actually so good. Holy shit. That is an insane bundle. 56 items for $100. Then the Mercy weapon one. Try out.
Don't worry, I'll be right behind you.
Oh my god. They're going to make millions! Millions, I tell you!
Need some assistance?
Wait. Look at its little face! And then a damage boost?
Amplifying your power.
Now who's taking target practice? Damage boosted.
Firecracker. I'm at the height of my performance.
The rainbow is at, oh my, they're gonna make millions. Different during ult? Oh, true.
Heroes never die. Heightening your capabilities.
It like flies.
Let me see what I can do.
Oh my goodness. Millions, I say. Millions.
Stream.
Try resurrect? Oh yeah, I mean, that's kind of an ability though. I don't know if it would affect
I
abilities.
am fully focused. Here to help.
I don't think it'll affect abilities. Oh, it does! He does a little. Let's do some patch notes, shall we? Chad, it's been a little bit. Feels good to be home. 4. Overwatch 2 retail patch notes for May 20th, 25. Stadium continues. Midseason is bursting with style,
Love you,
celebration,
Flaps.
and surprises
You're the
as Season
best.
16.
Have a
Appreciate you.
great day.
Thank you.
Flaps.
Mute alerts. Thank you, though. I appreciate the 5 months. Much love, dude. Dan cover thing, the 25 months. I want to get through these. Broccoli thing for the Prime as well. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Choose your fighter to KO the competition in Overwatch 2's X Street Fighter 6 collab and join Doki Watch by unlocking the Mythic, Merciful, Magitech, Mercy weapon. Holy shit, that's a lot of M's. Then step back into another Overwatch 2 classic era, reignite the fight with drives, and dress up like Palace Royals. Plus, Freya enters Stadium and brings incredible powers that will blow opponents away. Overwatch 2 X Street Fighter, Round 1 fight, Overwatch 2 Street Fighter collide for an explosive crossover event, celebrating the heart-pounding action of both worlds. With 8 hard-hitting skins, emotes, plus cosmetic combos inspired by iconic moves and matchups, this collab brings Street Fighter 6 to the front lines of Overwatch 2. So get ready to hit those lightning-fast kicks, charge with Psycho Power, or unleash a hidden Hadouken-like arrow, because every move hits harder with this collab's fighting flair. It's time to choose your fighter and KO the competition in the fight for the future, Capcom. Mythic, Merciful, Magitech, Mercy weapon. Even in her absence from the Heroes of Heart, the Spirit of Mercy endures. The Merciful, Magitech, Mythic weapons channels the souls of Elos, the hamster of benevolence, and reimagines Mercy's concave staff and blaster through the radiant lens of Magitech might. Rescued from a daring escape, Ilios now brings kindness, healing, and hope to those heroes still standing against woe. When you are defending your team, this charming companion with your mythic weapon ensures that Mercy's Hero of Heart legacy lives on in every beam, every boost, and every act of compassion. Overwatch Classic October 2020. The nostalgia is real, and Overwatch Classic is back in action. Experience the October 2020 patch in all its 6v6 glory, with returning balance changes, role queue, and heroes like Sigma, Echo, Baptiste, and more. Whether you're a veteran returning home or a new hero curious about the past, this is a classic fight you won't want to miss. Oh, that is so funny that they actually made the October 2020 patch. That's like a notorious patch right there. Oh boy. Double shield. Double shield did technically exist at this point, but it was not the meta. The meta was very balanced at the time. Everything kind of worked. It actually was a map-based meta where you played different comps based on the map that you were playing on. So Rein Zarya was good. Winston D.Va was good. I think it was before Hog Sigma took off and Hog Ball or slash Sigma Ball. So like it was Winston D.Va, Rein Zarya, Sigma Orisa. I don't think Hog Orisa was really working at that time. Ball D.Va could have potentially been working at the time. Ball Sigma maybe. General updates, player reporting tool. Players can now receive an instant notification if a player is already in action. Prior to this feature, reporting a player that has already been banned or suspended would not result in any additional information. The instant reporting feedback feature will immediately inform the player of the fact that banned or suspended players have been actioned when they are reported. Here are updates. First up, we have Hazard for tank. Developer comments, Hazard's slower climbing fits his lumbering tank fantasy, but it was a point of friction when trying to chase down or escape from enemies. So we're speeding up how quickly he can vault over a ledge. Additionally, we're boosting Anarchic Zeal's lifesteal, as the current value wasn't effective enough. Passive, ledge climb animation time reduced from 0.6 to 0.4, and Anarchic Zeal, Jesus Christ. Major perk, Spike Guard's lifesteal is increased from 25 to 40. I never really played Hazard meta. That was Rivals time. I haven't played a ton of Overwatch recently in the outside of Stadium, but the few times I did and I bumped into Hazard, it was kind of low-key miserable. Felt really strong. So, interesting. We'll see. Reinhardt generally does well across the game, but falls off in effectiveness at higher ranks. We're increasing the speed and responsiveness of Fire Strike to make it more reliable from range. Projectile speed increased from 25 to 30 meters per second. Recovery time reduced from 0.63 to 0.45. Yo, two Rein buffs. Yo, W. Hey, you know what? Hey, good to be back. Good to be back. I'm cool with it. Hey, that sounds fun to me. I'm in. Freya. Developer comments, Freya has continued to climb in win rate now that players have become accustomed to her kit. We're both partially reverting the quick dash cooldown to reduce her airtime and frequency of explosive bolts. Quick dash cooldown increased from 3.5 to 4 seconds. Yeah, a lot of people say that she's really, really strong now, but like that happens all the time. Like they always release characters that are kind of strong and then dial them back later. That's like kind of the point. I can't believe like we're 16 seasons in and people still haven't figured that one out yet. I don't know quite how strong she is. Like is she just steamrolling every single lobby? Doesn't seem like it, at least from the outside, from what I've watched, but she's definitely very strong. I would assume that there probably will be either maybe one more adjustment, if not any, because they like to keep the hero strong for the first season they're in. So I'm sure this is going to be a point of contention. If you see anyone arguing, it's going to be this one. They're like, oh my god, why is there not, you know? Genji. Shuriken, primary fire and secondary fire. Ammo reduced from 30 to 24. Projectile speed increased from 60 to 75. Nerf Genji, for sure. Dude, there's something if you've been a long time player, there's something triggering about seeing this. I can't explain it to you. Do you know what type 1 if you understand what I mean. There's something triggering about this change in particular. Basically, Genji has been in a perpetual state for years where they just don't know what to do with him, because if he's too strong, he just kind of runs over the poor pro or bronze / metal rank players. But if he's not, then he's not really good at high level play. Although in pro play, he actually does get a good amount of play time, to be fair. It's like Sojourn Genji is like the big two. Anyways, though, and something they used to do all the time is they would consistently change 30 damage to 30 ammo to 24. That was like, they would, like every patch, they would change his ammo from 30 to 24. They would do it every patch. It was crazy. Like 20 to 34, 30 to 24, 24 to 30, 30 to 24, 24 to 30. It just, for some reason, there was like a year that's all they did. Anyways, projectile speed increase too is very interesting. Hanzo's been underperforming recently, so we reverted his bow draw speed back to its original faster value. The Sonic Disruption perk isn't picked very often, but increasing its duration will make it more useful and require less upkeep to control a health pack. Stormbow, primary fire, draw time reduced from 0.8 to 0.72 seconds. Okay, so just faster left clicks now. And Sonic Disruption minor perk, health pack hack time increased from 12 to 30 seconds. Whoa. Holy shit. Woo! Woo! You could basically just have a health pack permahack now and you could actually use one Sonic arrow for the health pack, one Sonic arrow on the enemy, one Sonic health pack one Sonic on the health pack, one for the enemy, one for the health pack, one for the enemy. I might play some Hanzo today. That actually sounds fun. I'm in. Farah. Drift thrusters and concussive implosion have been too consistent at securing kills. These adjustments will give better opportunities for counterplay when fighting against these perks. Drift thrusters minor perk, movement speed while using barrage reduced by 20%, and concussive implosion major perk, distance pulled reduced by 50%. Wow, two major nerfs to Farah. That was like a no-brainer. You always choose the barrage one. And then, yeah, I never liked concussive implosion. Is that a hot take? Is that a hot take? I don't like it. I think it's ass. Because, like, it's just a free direct rocket. Like, you just shoot it at people and immediately left click, and you just instantly will hit a perfect direct, like, every time. I think the boop on Farah is, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that useful, but it has some things. It's most used in pro play, to be fair. Well, yeah, because it's consistent. Like, a lot of pro play is based around consistency, right? Like, removing as many X factors as possible. So yeah, I don't know. I don't like that though. I think it's one of my least favorite things. Good skill expression? How is that good skill expression? You E and then immediately left click it and you can't miss. It pulls them in. It's like a mini graph. I don't know if that's a skill expression. I'd argue it's the opposite. Oh, the knockback. Oh yeah, like the normal one. Yeah, I'd give you that. I like the normal one. I don't like the the pull one in though. I don't know. It just feels cheesy to me. Anyways, Reaper. Developer comments, we're aligning the recovery of dire triggers with Reaper's primary fire to improve the flow when alternating between the two. Dire triggers major perk, recovery reduced from 0.7 to 0.5. I like that. Good change. I remember using it a couple times and be like, oh, it feels a little off, but it was all right. Soldier. Stim pack button mapping made it difficult to activate, especially in combat. Binding it to weapon swap improves the control scheme, and removing the anti-heal makes it less punishing to use. Stim pack major perk, anti-heal removed. Now deals 75 self damage on use. Whoa. Is now activated by using weapon swap. Very interesting. That's a very interesting change. I don't know how that's gonna go. It could be good. It could be like, eh. It could be really good though. Nah, it sucks. Well, if you're with your whole team, right, and you're standing in front of people, you're gonna get healed back up really quickly. The 75 damage doesn't mean a ton. It just gives you a reason to pick it. Could you die from it? Yeah, you theoretically. Yeah, we could go into the training range after this. See if I can die from Stim Pack. Sombra. Developer comments, invisibility is a frustrating mechanic to play against for many. So we're increasing the windows for counterplay. Sombra will now take longer to exit stealth and to disappear after taking damage. Ability 2. Fade in time increased from 1.15 to 0.3. Whoa. And stealth reveal duration on taking damage increased from 1 to 1.3 seconds. Ooh. Was Sombra doing well? You know, hey, listen. Okay. I agree though. Like, okay. Maybe another controversial take. I feel like the previous iteration of Sombra was much better than the current one. Am I crazy for that? Listen, all right, I'm maybe a little talking out of my ass because like I've been a little bit out of the game the last few months. I've been coming back and playing, but not as much as I normally do, right? But I don't think much has changed, Sombra's kit. I still think the old one was better. Like, it was healthier. It was more fun to play for Sombra, and it was healthier to play against. So, Sombra gets banned every match in Metal Ranks. I understand why. I can 100% see why. People don't want to play against Sombra. I'm just saying that I still think that the previous iteration was better. Widowmaker. Developer comments, Widowmaker is a more map-dependent hero. Map-dependent hero than most now with hero bans, restricting her usefulness. We're looking to make her more viable in more situations. Widow's Kiss primary fire. Maximum spread reduced from 3 to 2 degrees. And damage increased from 13 to 14. Okay. And Deadly Dux. Venom Mine bonus damage increase from 50 to 100%. Wait, is that a perk? Where if you have a perk where if they get Venom Mine, they take 100% damage or extra damage? I feel like this is going to be one of those, these buffs are going to be those types of buffs that nobody really notices, and it's not going to move the needle very much. So then they're going to do it again in like a month because they're like, we can buff Widow and nobody said anything. And then at some point, Widow becomes strong again, which granted, hero bans should keep it all in check. But Widow becomes strong again, and then like all of a sudden there's just a ton of damage and stuff like that taken to her, like her SMG and her Venom Mine. Like you could buff Venom Mine to the moon, technically, right? Couldn't you buff Venom Mine to like the moon and nobody would care? Probably. I don't know. I actually, you know, the hero ban should fix all of that, so we'll see. I'm kind of open to it. Support Illari. Illari often has to move into high-risk positions to heal effectively. Extending the range on her healing beam will give her more flexibility in how she positions and supports her team. Whoa. Big buff. 15 to 20 meters? That's a pretty sizable buff right there. I kind of with that. Because Illari's kind of played like an off-angle support. Like you play with like one of your DPS on a flank or something like that. That means you wouldn't have to get as close to people to actually heal and help. Wow, million buffs to Lifeweaver. Developer comments, the opportunity cost to use Thorn Volley is still too high compared to consistently charging Healing Blossom. We are improving the auto charge to make weaving damage between healing less punishing. Healing Blossom primary fire, auto charge rate increased by 25%. And Super Bloom major perk, the number of hits to trigger reduced from 20 to 16. Guys, ban Lifeweaver. No, I'm just kidding. Guys. This might be one of those heroes that might be just cooked, you know? We might have to go back to the drawing board. It's probably more than a year ago it started, and I think I remember making a take or a prediction was like, guys, we're just gonna keep buffing Lifeweaver until the day he becomes meta and then he breaks. Like that's all that's gonna happen. We're a year later and we're still giving buffs. Million buffs to Lifeweaver, still can't get there. The guy's still struggling. I think Lifeweaver probably goes down as the worst designed hero in Overwatch's history at this point. As much as I want Mauga sent to the farm, like genuinely, if we're talking hero that needs the biggest rework, it's probably Lifeweaver. But like, what do you even do with Lifeweaver? You'd have to like fully start over. Like, I don't think there's any part of his kit that's salvageable at this point. You know, like even the only thing I would say is maybe the pedal. The pedal, I guess, is kind of cool. No, listen, give him 3 pulls, just get rid of it. Dude, nobody likes the pull. Right? Like, real talk, nobody likes the pull. People don't like getting pulled 90% of the time. Or not 90, it's like 70% of the time. They don't want to be pulled. And the Lifeweaver has one button that's on like a massive cooldown, you know? I don't know, it just doesn't kind of work. Pull rewards players with bad positioning? Well, no, I don't even think it does that. I think it doesn't do anything. All it does is piss people off because like, it actually punishes you for a teammate having bad game sense. So like, let's say I'm playing like deep on tank, but I'm fine, and you pull me out and I've committed all of my cooldowns to get into a position to do something. Well, now I don't have any cooldowns, I'm cooked, right? Like, let's say I'm playing Junker Queen, right? Like, let's say I play Junker Queen and I shout into their backline and pop a Carnage, right? But like, I'm about to like take a bunch of damage, but there's 3 people on me, and I'm about to get huge Carnage, and like, I'll heal back up like crazy. You pull me out, I miss my Carnage, now I got nothing. I have no shout, I have no Carnage, I'm cooked. GG. You just want to cry every time that happens. So, I don't know, it's an interesting one. Stadium updates, oh my god, these patch notes are gonna get so long these days. Stadium updates, Mercy Rule. Now triggers when the cash disparity between teams is at 10,000 or more, down from 15. I think you should probably just scrap it. From what I've read, and from like, I have like friends that are like more casual in the game that play it. They just don't like being down 3-0. Like they just want the game to be over at that point, and just it's confusing. Like they don't even know what the indicator is. You know, they're like, what the like why is the game still going? and sometimes it goes and sometimes it doesn't. It's just like, it's just kind of complicated. Probably just get rid of it, you know? So many 3-0 comebacks though. I don't think there's that many 3-0 comebacks. And I think most people just want to get it over with. They're down 3-0, you know? They're just kind of like, okay, I'm done. Developer comments. We feel that not enough games that reach the 3-0 are triggering the mercy rule when they probably should. We'll be keeping a close eye on this, and we'll be considering other changes to the mercy rule system in the future. If you were going to keep this system, I think it should be less than like 5,000. I think it should be 5,000 or less, because that way you're very close in kills, and you're very close in other things like that. I've had several close 0-3 comebacks. I'm not even saying like I personally like it. I personally like it, but I also understand where people get frustrated when, you know, you're stuck 3-0 and you're like, yeah, we're cooked, you know? Well, does Stadium need an FF option? I don't like, I think forfeit options in games that are not like hour-long games is ass. Rivals has it. Rivals has a forfeit button, and I hate it. I'm so sick of these weak-mentaled players, or you're one fight in, they immediately want to FF. Like, you know what? At that point, you're stuck with me now for the next 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, and half the time they're so dumb anyways that they think it's over. I mean, I played a stadium game earlier today where the first round, our Kiri starts flaming me, saying I'm shit. And meanwhile, then we win, by the way. We win off of the back of someone in the room here going absolutely f***ing bananas, to the point where they were trying to flame me and get others to come flame me. But by the end of the game, our whole team was laughing at them because they just couldn't get mad at anything. They were just like, like they had like 1,000 healing, 1,000 damage on Kiri, getting mad at everybody. And I'm like, bro, quit talking, quit yapping. You're terrible. It's like, stop, you know? And I just don't think it would be good. I don't think you should do it. I am very against forfeit buttons in games. Round competition clash. We've added a system where players are granted an additional boost to the round completion cash in rounds that end with players on both teams having lower than intended amounts of cash. This additional cash will be equivalent for every player. I'm assuming this is for like bronze, silver, you know, because they don't get as many kills. They're probably not getting as much money. All right, tank. Reinhardt, holy shit. What did you guys do? What is that? Okay, sorry. To compensate for the buffs to Reinhardt's Fire Strike in core Overwatch, we're decreasing the burst potential of Reinhardt's Fire Strike build and normalizing the max projectile speed Fire Strike can reach. We're also tuning down Reinhardt's melee build to be a bit more counterable, which is performing too consistently given the high payoff of the build. Smashing Power, reduce move speed stack to 1% down from 2, reduce lifesteal per stack to 3% down from 5, increase maximum stacks to 10 up from 5, reduce duration to 2 seconds down from 3 seconds. To me, my friends, power, increased healing on max life to 4% up from 3%. Wilhelm Power, decreased healing from damage mitigated to 5% down from 15%. Rocket Strike Epic Hero ability item, decreased Fire Strike projectile speed to 25% down from 50%. Decreased ability power to 10% down from 20%. And Chimera's Maw rare hero ability item, decreased ability power to 5%, 10% of that. Okay, listen, all right, this might sound biased, but I promise to you, I had this take earlier today before I saw any patch notes. So you're gonna have to believe me. You can check my VOD from the beginning of today, okay? I'm a little worried with Stadium's balance because they said they want it to be casually competitive. And I think like 80% of the things that have been put out are nerfs. And they just kind of gut everything. Granted, I think some of them were necessary, right? Like Juno's rocket build was absurd, right? May's colder, but booping you in a corner and just like literally perma stunning you, annoying, right? But it kind of feels like no fun's allowed. Yeah, where like everything is just kind of getting nuked, right? Like D.Va in PC only had one viable build, which is the Baby D.Va build. That got nerfed in the ground. Apparently consoles was really high, so I understand why they were afraid of it, but like they didn't give anything back. And then after complaints, then they gave some other D.Va buffs back, right? And Zarya was kind of running people over in the beginning, right? So it's like, I'm a little bit worried because the powers and abilities already don't, sorry, the items don't feel that impactful. I wish the items were more impactful, right? Like more buttons, like give me an extra ability, give me an extra thing, like able to do something other than like 15% weapon damage, right? Like I think long term it gets boring if everything is just like extra weapon damage, extra ability damage, extra health. I want it to do new things. I want it to transform my ability. Like Queen has a good one where shout will go through walls and has a bigger range. So I can shout and I do like with the bleed build, you can shout and damage the enemy and shout and like give your team a shout at the same time. Those things are cool. I like those, right? And I wish they leaned more into that, but it just is a little bit, I don't know, it's a little scary seeing everything always just super nerfed. And it doesn't already feel like the abilities are very impactful, or sorry, not the abilities. The items are that impactful anyways, other than hard stacking on one thing. More hero-specific items, agreed, 100% agreed. I'm with you. But like a lot of times the best items to take is the 40% weapon or ability power, 20% ability power. Those are like the two best items on most builds, right? And then it's like maybe 1 or 2 hero-specific ones at most. You get what I'm saying? All right, damage. Freya added to the new stadium hero roster. New power, new stadium power. When you updraft, fire a take aim bolt at your crosshair. Okay. Seeker point power. Oh my god, it's just gonna be going through all of her stuff. Holy shit, that's gonna take a minute. Okay, I'll get through it though. When take aim bolt sticks to an enemy, automatically fire 3 additional crossbow bolts that deal 6% reduced damage. Seismic shot power. Take aim explosion radius is increased by 33%. Double this if the bolt is stuck to a target. That's cool. Thread the needle. Take aim bolts pierce enemies. Additional explosions deal 66% reduced damage. That's cool. I like that. Deep pockets. When you use an ability, restore 50% of your max ammo. Forger power. For 2 seconds after using quick dash, rev draw crossbow hits heal you for 3% of your max life. Peak performance power. While firing rev draw crossbow, your fall speed is decreased by 80%. Redux power. Rev draw crossbow hits against stuck targets stuck by a take aim bolt or bola shot. Reduce the cooldown of your abilities by 5% and refunds 1 ammo. I need to read that again because I did not understand it. Rev draw crossbow hits against targets stuck by take aim bolts. Okay, so left click shots hit by the right click, like if the right click is in them at the time, or bola, which is the ult. Reduce the cooldowns of your abilities by 5% and refunds an ammo. Got it. Volley adducts power. Every 5th rev draw crossbow shot fires an additional 2 bolts in a spread that deal 50% reduced damage. Whoa. Okay, that's cool. Lily Falde. Falde? I don't know, but it probably went up. After using updraft, your next take aim while airborne fires a bola shot that deals 60% reduced damage instead of a explosive bolt. Oh, wait, that sounds cool. So cooked power. Bola shot's damaging zone deals 50% more damage and lingers for 3 seconds. Bola shot eliminations count towards bounty hunting. Bola build sounds crazy. Mighty Gust. Updrift launches a wind blast towards your crosshair, knocking back enemies and dealing 40 ability damage. Tracker tag. Oh, this is an item. Plus 30% max ammo. When take aim bolt sticks to an enemy, increase your attack speed by 20% for 3 seconds. Slipstream scarf. Weapon item. Health, 25 health, 5% weapon power, 25% quick dash distance. Portable zipline, epic weapon item, 15% weapon power, and eliminations reset both charges of quick dash cooldown. Wait, couldn't you just like right click? Dash, right click, dash. They die, right click, dash, right click. Holy shit. You hit every shot? Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Windwalker boots, plus 25 health, 5% cooldown reduction, 20% updraft height. Magnetic maelstrom. Isn't that something in Rivals? Isn't there something in Rivals called magnetic maelstrom? Anyways, plus 15% ability power. Bola shots pull in nearby enemies even when it misses. Hunter's mark. New item, 25 health, and enemies with a bounty of 75 or more are revealed to you within 40 meters. Eliminating them grants 250 additional stadium cash. Oh my god, that is the most OP busted item. What the f? Okay. Cloak, hero item, 25 health, 100% take aim slowed, momentum duration. Tourniquet, new item, 25 health, and then after using updraft, reset quick dash and gain 25 over health for 5 seconds. And toxin tips, 50 health for survival, and take aim bolt stick and explosion slow down enemies by 30%, but takes 1 second longer to explode. Oh, Soldier. Developer comments, Soldier 76 Helix rocket build is one-shotting a little too consistently. We're decreasing the damage here a bit to reduce the burst potential. Cratered power, reduce increased explosion damage to 15% down from 25. Good change. The soldier builds feel very annoying to play against, so I like that one. General items. Developer comments, stacking large amounts of weapon power or ability power have become too prevalent, crowding out other itemization options. We are lowering the cost efficiency of these items to promote greater item diversity and weaken builds that rely on high amounts of burst through stacking weapon or ability power. We're also strengthening some weaker item options. Champion's Kit, epic ability item, increase cost of 40% or 1400 or 14,000, decrease ability power to 35 down from 40. The Closer, epic weapon item, increase cost to 14,500. Jesus Christ. Eye of the Spider, epic weapon item, increase cost to 14,000. Nano Cola, rare ability item, increase cost to 6,000. That's a good change. Talon modification module, rare general weapon item, increase cost to 6,000, up from 5,500. Gloom Gauntlet, epic survival item, increase cost to 10,000 from 9,500. Icy Coolant, rare weapon item, increase cost to 5,500. Multi-tool, rare ability item, decreased cost to 4,500, down from 5,000. Decreased cooldown reduction to 5%, down from 10. And increased ability power to 10, up from 5. Bloodbound, epic survival item, decreased cost to 9,000, down from 9,500. Geneticist Vial, increased life after reviving to 250, up from 200. Electrolytes, common survival item, now gives 100 overhealth every time you respawn instead of just at the start of the round. Good change. That's a really good change to that one because that was a shit ability or item. Increased cost of 1,500. Ooh, okay. Adrenaline Shot, common survival item, increased health to 25, up from 10, and then increased cost to 1,500. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I like these changes that much. They had the right trend, right, with like nerfing the stacking of like weapon power or ability power, but like I feel like they just caused inflation. Like it's just a bunch of inflation. Like everything will just cost more. Like we got inflation in Stadium before GTA 6. You get more end of round cash though? No, that's only if you didn't get enough. If you read it, it says we added a system where players are granted an additional boost to the round completion cash in rounds that end with players on both teams having lower than intended amounts of cash. So basically, if your team sucks or both teams suck, you're like bronze, silver, gold, and you're not getting many kills. It will like, ooh, you guys are kind of behind. You're not getting as much money. We'll give you a little boost. So if you're already getting money, it doesn't matter. It's only for players that are not getting enough money. Little concerned with the way they're going about Stadium. I think it's a little early for cause for alarm. I think it's a little early. We'll let them cook. But I'm definitely a little concerned long term with the direction that they want to go. I think they have the right ideas. They have the right ideas for sure, but the way it's being implemented, a little spooky. Overall, though, pretty good patch notes. Overall. So, we'll see how it goes. Oh, yeah, you want to go look at the soldier stim in-game? All right, I'm in. Hold on. Wait, what if you choose the field emergency? Biotic field's healing is increased by 100% on allies below half health. If you choose that and then you get the stim, you don't get the healing field anymore. You just lose it. Oh no, never mind. I forgot. Okay. I thought I'm stupid. I thought. Oh. Wait. This. Oh, it does go on. Oh. I understand. Okay, I misremembered how it worked. 58 health? Oh, you don't die. You go to 1 HP. You do not die. You actually go to 1 HP. Oh, interesting. Ryan Fire Strike real quick. It's actually so fast that it bugs out. I'm gonna do it as fast as I can. That is really quick. You're on ping? Yeah, you're right. Why am I on 228 ping? Hold up. All right, I think I was in a server somewhere in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Let's try that again. That is still quick as. Yeah, that's a crazy fast change. But yeah, there you go. There's your patch notes for May 20th, 2025. I'd give it like a B. Passing grade for sure. A little concerning on certain parts, but I'd give it like a B, maybe a B minus.